Easy now and welcome. I am Master Gamer, and today I've got the privilege of being able to unbox a PS5 on release day. So grateful I've managed to get hold of this. So let's have a quick look at the box. It says 8K or 4K at 120 HDR. Quite a minimalist box. Side shows you the console and the control, and then on the back, play like never before with the console laying down, and obviously the DualSense, and it says about the lightning speed. I'm not going to read the immersion and the games, and then just a few bits of small print on the bottom of the box. So let's get into it. At the top we have the obligatory little sealing piece of tape. I'm assuming this box slides from the inner box. Let me do that. So the console does have a fair bit of weight in it, so for the video I've laid it down. Also makes it a little easier. You can slide the inside part up and then remove the outer box. And then here, again, you're watching this first time I'm seeing it as well. Okay, so now we have to remove this another inner box. Let me get that one out. Okay, so first we open this top piece. We have the Twisted 8 power cable. We have a little tab with the HDMI 2.1 and the base, which we'll have a little look at in a second. And in here we have the new controller. It's got a little bit more weight to it. It feels quite substantial, and for the very first time the triggers feel exactly the same as normal. So it'll be interesting to see how the adaptive triggers work. So that's really clever, because they feel exactly like just normal triggers. Up down button, that feels really quite nice. Analog sticks are pretty much as you'd expect. The buttons are actually wider than on the PS4, and they seem to be slightly further spaced apart. I do quite like that. And then obviously there's the PlayStation button. There is a little bit of life in it. That was pretty cool. The texture is really quite nice. When I very first put my hand on it, I was like, "Whoa, it's a bit abrasive." I'm not used to having that sort of texture around the back of the grip. Quite the way it is. It's a little rough, but it feels really nice in your hands. And we're supposed to be able to see little things and little symbols. Let's see if I can have a look. Okay, so I can confirm the back textured grip. When you look at it under a magnifying glass, you can see it is all the symbols, all in a random pattern. They are tiny, they're microscopic. You can't really see them at all with the naked eye. But it adds this nice texture to the back, and it sort of fades away in the middle. The middle portion is smooth, which I think is quite a nice touch, because it gives you the grip where you need it on the hand and the forefingers, but then it's nice and smooth around the back there, nice on the triggers. So all in all, a very nice control. Now, if the cat will let me, let's get the PlayStation out. What are you saying, cat? The cat's become very territorial. I put the box on the floor so it was easier to slide out, so it didn't cause any damage. But she's being proper vicious. She's like, "Can you move? Like, I've been waiting for ages and ages. I really want this PS5. Like, come on, baby. You know, I've been struggling to save and everything, and I struggle to find one. Leave me alone. I'm trying to get my PlayStation. Look, let me." Good girl. And now that the cat's gone, here we go. This is massive. What a monolith. Let's move that. Nice sculpted out PlayStation logo. So this is obviously the bottom. And as you can see, but there's a little plug there, that's where the stand goes. It's a weird shape to try and pick up. As I initially went to turn it then, you're picking it up on a slant from the back. The weight's quite evenly distributed, so it's not too bad. So here we have the back, the power supply, the HDMI, the network, and the USBs. So here we have the front. Full fat one with a disk drive. This thing is really tall. Got the vents down the side there. You know, it looks, they've been quite clever. It looks curvier than it is, and by using the curves it looks fairly straight. I didn't think I'd like the design, but it does look really quite nice. So yeah, on the front obviously we have the power button and the eject button. Again, it's a little dull. There we go. Power button at the bottom and eject above it, and then a USB-C and a normal USB charge at the front as well. And there we have. So let's get the stand out and have a quick look at the stand. So here we have the clever stand that they've came up with. It looks a little bit random, and it rotates. So if you have it rotated to the side with a slant on it, you literally pick up the PlayStation, and at the back there's a small section that has the PlayStation symbols on it, and you put the hooks at the back where the PlayStation logo is, and that's it. It's flat on its stand. Turn it around, put it on the box for contrast. So here you can see it in horizontal mode. As I said, the little clips come over by the symbols there, and what you end up with is the angle across. It's a perfect shape to hold the PlayStation completely flat. So from the front, the stand is pretty much invisible. You can't see it at all, but you end up with something that's that shape. It's quite a big size. So now let's turn the stand around for vertical positioning. So this is where this stand becomes really, really clever. In that position, it has this additional piece here that helps support the console, but it rotates. And when it rotates, it all lines up, and this piece can then recess down inside to allow the console to stand up. But I'll show you the bottom. As you turn the stand around, it opens and it reveals a screw and a little cap holder. So the first thing you do is on the bottom of the console, there's this tiny little cap here. We remove this, and then that gets stored in this little plug there. So there we've removed the plug, revealing a screw hole, so we don't lose this little plug. They've kindly thought about that and put a little place for you to click it in and store it. There's also the screw that you take out. So here we take out the screw, and that goes through the middle of the base we attach the stand in place at the bottom. So here we have the stand screwed in the vertical position. And there we have it. The stand sticks out a little bit on one side. It's not too intrusive. The console stands up nice and tall and sleek. From my first impressions, the controller feels amazing. What they've done with that, I can't wait to see, especially how you can't tell any difference in the triggers. The console, we'll do a review later on, see how we get on with that. But for now, that was the unboxing. I got a little lost midway, but I don't watch other people's unboxing, so I don't know pre-recording how they're going to be or what I'm going to find, and that's part of it. So stay tuned, subscribe, like and share, and for all PS5 goodness, you're in the right place. Take care.